This is my audience. Hi guys, thanks for coming tonight. My name is Natalie, and today I'll be talking about donating blood. I was born 10 and a half weeks early, and because of that, I had to be rushed to the NICU and given emergency uncross-matched blood transfusions. And simply without these and without someone donating blood to get these, I wouldn't be alive right now. According to the Mayo Clinic, blood transfusions are used to replace blood loss in individuals who may have lost this blood due to either a chronic condition or a sudden accident, and it prevents the body from creating blood. Now, the components of the blood are platelets, plasma, red blood cells, and white blood cells. Red blood cells are the most commonly transfused. So today I'll be telling you about why donating blood is so important, how your blood would be used when you donate it, and the steps that you can take to donate blood. The majority of my information today will come from personal experience and from online websites like the Mayo Clinic and the American Red Cross. Now, from personal experience, I know that donating blood can save lives. My first main point is why it's so important to donate blood. Now, like I said, it can save lives, but it can also improve health of people with chronic conditions. Depending on the situation, it could be from a sudden accident or from a situation like leukemia or cancer. Depending on what the patient has, it may require multiple blood transfusions or just one. And also, it can vary in how much blood they may need. It could be upwards of 20 or 30 pints of blood, or as little as maybe a couple pints of blood. Another reason why you should take the time to go and donate blood is because there's always a need for it. Now, this is because there are always patients that need blood, whether it be from an accident or a chronic condition, but also because, unfortunately, blood has an expiration date. They do take steps to preserve blood by putting in refrigerators, but it can still expire, so that's why it's always important to go donate blood regularly. Now, another reason you should take the time to donate blood is because it doesn't take much from your body. It's only taking a pint, which is very little compared to your total blood volume. And you don't have a finite amount of blood. You can always replenish it. According to the American Red Cross, it only takes your body 4 to 6 weeks to replenish the amount of red blood cells that you lose in 1 pint of blood, which is a normal blood donation. So, while it's good to know why you should donate blood, you also probably want to know where your blood would be going when you donate it and how it's used. So my second main point is that there are a variety of reasons in patients that need blood transfusions, like I touched on, and it's helpful to know how it's used. As you know, there are different blood types. These are determined by antigens, antibodies, and Rh factors. So antigens are located on the outside of red blood cells, and they determine what type of blood you have. So for me, I'm type A. That means I have A antigens on my red blood cells. But that also means that I have B antibodies. You'll always have the opposite in your plasma. So these B antibodies help fight off if I were to get B antigens placed in my body, which is why cross-matching blood is so important. If I had gotten this uncross-matched blood that had B antigens in it, then I would have an adverse reaction to it and it would reject the blood out of my body. So there are also positive and negative factors that go into it. So for me, I'm A negative, which means that I don't have the Rh factor. When you're Rh positive, it means you do have the Rh factor. Rh positive people can have positive blood or negative blood, whereas negative people like myself can only have negative. So like I said, it's very important for blood types to be cross-matched before someone is given blood transfusions and as someone donates blood so they can know exactly what type of blood you have and who it's going toward. Going along with these blood types, there are universal donors and universal recipients, meaning that O negative is the universal donor, which means that they can give blood to anybody, any type. Whereas universal recipients, which is AB positive, can receive blood from anyone in any type. So, if you're donating blood, who needs your blood? According to this chart by the Canadian Blood Services, it gives you an idea of where this blood can be used and how much goes toward each person. So while one blood donation may be only 1 pint, that only covers a portion of what someone may need. So, for example, with heart surgery, that could be up to 5 pints of blood. But for another, accidental cause, like a car crash, it could be up to 50 pints of blood. Now, there are other reasons that someone may need a blood transfusion, and they may be reoccurring, like cancer treatments or leukemia where they can't produce their red blood cells correctly. And that could use 8 pints of blood. Say if they're getting that once a week for a year, that's 400 pints of blood. So that's why it's so important to go in and donate, because it takes a lot of donors to keep someone alive when they need these donations. And these donations are life-saving for these people in these situations. So now that you know why it's so important to donate blood and how your donation would be used for these people, the next step is to take action and to donate blood. So lastly, I'll give you a general idea of what to expect with the donation and where you can go to make these donations when you're ready. One of the most important things before donation is to make sure that you're getting the proper nutrition and that you're hydrating. This makes it easier for you to donate the blood, and it lessens the effect of losing this blood loss when you give a pint. During donation, it only takes about 30 to 45 minutes from start to finish. Of that time, according to the American Red Cross, only about 8 to 10 minutes of it is actually donating blood. So from that other portion of time, the 30 to 45 minutes, it's filling out questionnaires, talking about your family history, your travel history, hemoglobin, temperature, things like that ensure the health of your blood. Because say you're donating blood to someone that is already in a critical condition, you don't want to give them blood that's going to put them in worse condition going forward. Now, to donate blood, a phlebotomist will take you through every step. Like I said, it's only about 8 to 10 minutes that you'll have a needle in your arm. And after that, you're free to leave, although you're encouraged again to replenish your fluids and to eat snacks, as this will help reduce the effects of fatigue and tiredness after. So now, where you can donate. There are many blood banks that are options, and you can look these up online at the American Red Cross website. Another option is to go to blood drives, whether it be at a community center or a university. For both of these, you can do it by appointment or by walking in, whichever works best for you. So after knowing all this information, you should feel prepared to go donate blood. In conclusion, it's very important to donate blood because it saves the lives of individuals suffering from chronic conditions or the effects of sudden accidents, and it can be done right now at a local blood bank. So I hope you all feel ready to go save lives and to pay it forward for someone who needs it. Thank you.